A Game 7 to remember. Bucks and Nets. No Kyrie. And Kevin Durant, he played the entire game, 53 minutes. He only rested about 7 seconds. It was in between the third and fourth quarter when the ball was out of bounds, so they gave him a little bit of a breather. Giannis, he also played almost the entire game. He played 50 minutes tonight. Giannis scored 40 points. Durant scored 48 points. And this was a thriller that goes down to the wire. There's not a single Nets fan that's mad at Kevin Durant tonight or in this series. He did his thing. James Harden, he had a rough night, but we know that he's playing with that injury, so he's not quite himself. It's sad though, because his legacy, he usually chokes in the playoffs. I wouldn't consider this necessarily a choke because he is injured. This is a little bit different, but it's still a sad result. Joe Harris, he had a bad game, just 3 of 9 from downtown. Blake Griffin played pretty well though, 17 points. He fouls out in this game. For the Bucks, what a lob to Giannis, one-handed finish off the inbound. Drew Holiday had a rough night, 5 of 23 shooting, but he does show up in the clutch of this game. And it was weird because normally Drew is solid. He had a terrific series, but he just couldn't find his shot early in this one. And then Chris Middleton, he did okay. He had 23 points, 9 of 26 shooting, not his best game, but enough to get it done tonight. Giannis, he calls glass as he makes that straightaway 3. And of course, he's going to laugh at that because he knows that maybe he shouldn't have made that shot. He's going at Durant in the post. And that's what they need to do. Keep Giannis on that low block. It makes it so much easier because if you want to double team, you really have to double team, and then you can pass it around and let everybody else take threes or slash or do what they got to do. Whenever Giannis is going downhill and that's the only thing he's doing, that's when it's easy to stop this Bucks team. This fourth quarter was crazy. Look at the hustle and look at the assist from James Harden and the and one slam for Kevin Durant. It is amazing that the Nets lost this game with the way that Durant played tonight, and he almost hit one of the craziest game winners we would have ever seen. He just needed his feet to be a couple of inches back behind that three-point line. That would have been something else. Look at James Harden calling glass. It's a 5-point lead with 3 minutes to go, but Middleton is going to make an appearance in the clutch with that 3, and then Drew Holiday finds Giannis on the pick and roll. That's an and one, and then he's going to hit a 3. He finds his shot finally. He is fired up because he was missing all night long, and then Durant goes to the basket, makes that tough layup. Wow, this Bucks team taking out this Nets team, it is so impressive. And now looking ahead, I think they're going to win the championship. This play was crazy. They're up by 2, and Brook Lopez does not shoot the ball. If he shoots that ball, the game is over. Because if it hits the rim, they don't have enough time to go down here and do what Kevin Durant is going to do at the end of regulation. This shot was crazy. 6 seconds left. PJ Tucker's guarding. He's going to spin back, and that's a tough shot to tie the game. Wow, that was insane. This game was so intense. And look at his feet. If his feet were just a few inches back, that would have been the game winner in Game 7. In overtime, unfortunately, the Nets just didn't score. It was only Bruce Brown that scored right there, and then the Bucks are going to go ahead and take over. Kevin Durant, he's trying to challenge himself. He's guarding Giannis, but Giannis puts it in. Then back on the other end, Brook Lopez makes up for that silly play where he didn't shoot the ball, gets a big-time block on Durant, and then this Bucks team, if they stay healthy, they're going to win the championship. They match up fine against everybody. They'll be able to beat the Sixers, the Hawks, the Suns, the Clippers, whoever it is. They're going to win the championship if they stay healthy. The last shot for Durant, Nets had a timeout, but he opts to just go for it. Great defense from Drew Holiday here on the last shot. He's going to try to do another turnaround. It's an air ball. He had no legs left. He was so exhausted. And that's a disappointing way for them to lose. But unlike LeBron James, after the game, he shakes hands with the Bucks. He goes out classy, and the Bucks get it done. They eliminate the Nets. Yo, James Harden literally went flying. He's flying over to his teammate for help. That is too funny. You got to blame Durant. He picked you to be on his team. You could have been on my team. Your ankles could have been safe.